In this episode, we will focus on the life of Max, also known as Didge, a truly exceptional example of a charismatic personality, an icon to the Kenyan entertainment industry.
Here's something for you, baby. Hate being so far away. Don't like the fact I'm gone. Long distancing, miss, want you here now.
His career started off as an artist, and later he ventured into radio and TV. And after partnering with his longtime friend Mongolo, they started a massively successful TV show which ended up being a household name countrywide, VP by Didge and Mongolo. Before Didge, the sound that predominantly rocked the Kenyan airwaves was Kapuka, and a little bit of Genge. But in 2004, he burst into the scene with the debut single, Kitangoma. It was a fresh touch of soul meshed with R&B and sung in Swahili, something that had not been done in Kenya before.
Let's keep it simple, tigika paliwepo, nyuma na mbele, if you leave your tone it down, skip below the cruise for you and let it loose, settle down, and I got you through. Jaji, tupo nachotaka, tumaini langu ni wewe baki hapa. Slowly let it in before it ends, this is just for you. Oh, just keep your eyes closed and let it sink in. Oh.
The industry took note of the refreshing voice from the multi-talented artist. The producing force behind this track was none other than Ted Josiah, a mogul in the Kenyan industry. Soon after the release of his new single, his career took an upward trend. He landed an endorsement deal from Coca-Cola for the Coke Real campaign. Didge was soon traveling across the country to promote his new sound. In 2004, Didge won the R&B Artist of the Year during the Kisima Music Awards. And in 2005, he got an opportunity to represent Kenya at the Mnet music reality show Project Fame in South Africa. On his return back to Kenya, Didge began to work on his album. His first single was a massive success known as Sazingine. The song was nominated for 4 awards at the Channel O Music Awards in 2006. Didge landed notes for Best Video, Best R&B Video, Best Male Artist of the Year, and was also nominated for MTV Alert Artist in November.
Max is a straightforward guy in terms of being honest.
He's crazy. Yeah, Didge is nuts. In a good way.
Plus he's creative. He's a very creative guy in terms of not only music and also a very good friend.
He thinks out of the box. He doesn't want to be your usual. He doesn't jump on what's hot. He's like a trendsetter.
First of all, people don't know that Didge was a rapper as first. He first came into the scene as a rapper, and then Ted told him he preferred that he sing. So from there, I think he just took, because Ted saw a gap and saw what Didge could do with his voice, and decided that was a good direction to go with. So a combination of all that, of you're a better singer, and don't get me wrong, Max can drop bars like he's a good rapper, but when he sings, there is just another whole different vibe about him.
Didge, on a personal level, kind of relationship I have with him, he's very caring. He'll call me out of the blue at 10 or 11 p.m. Like, dude, you okay? I just thought about you. You alright? Everything's good? Family's well? He's that kind of guy. I mean, he's not only calling me about the industry and everything. He's on the real. He's a pal. You know, anybody who's close to him, he's there. He's like his brother's keeper. That's one thing I know about him. That's why I've known Didge for more than 10 years now. You know what I mean? And regardless of how busy we both are, we'll always find time to hook up and share a meal and talk about the crazy things we can go through.
Skill in songwriting, sets him way miles apart from other musicians. His technique in terms of his delivery on a record, that just completely sets him apart. And the fact that he's a singer, and there are not very many Kenyan singers apart from myself, that's one of the qualities that I think sets him apart from very many musicians in Kenya, let alone Africa.
Once an artist came to do a demo in the studio, and I was a producer at that time, and Didge was also having a session later on, and this guy got into the booth. When he opened his mouth, we did not believe what we heard. It was just unexplainable. So it was so hard to keep a straight face. And I remember very well Didge standing up and walking out. So he left me there in front of the artist to hold the laughter. And it was so unfair. But Didge was in stitches, man. There were tears coming down his eyes because he couldn't believe how off-key this guy was singing. So that's just one of the many moments we had. But they're countless, definitely.
There was a time, he'd just come from South Africa, was flying back in. And this was my first time, now envisioning him as a star and whatnot. I was coming with my parents from home, my bros in another country. So as we were coming in, the paparazzi and everyone, the lights, they're flickering. The most memorable thing I would remember is that the moment he came in through the gates, he didn't even look at anybody else. He just hugged me I was the first person. He came and hugged, picked me up, then continued with all the interviews as he was carrying me. That was a pretty cool moment, I think, for us as brothers.
There were times when I went with him to Zambia. He was a young man, I think. And he performed so well. There's something we call in our denomination, it's called Pathfinder. He performed so well, and until the people who were there from all over the world were impressed. They asked me whether the parent was there. And they found, fortunately, that I was leading the delegation from Kenya to that part of Zambia. And so that made me to be proud of him, and it's really indeed a memorable thing.
I was being bullied in school by some guy. Apparently I don't remember, I was too young, but he told me some guy was bullying me, and he saw what was happening, and he came to my rescue, and he was very protective of me, the same way I've always been protective of my younger brother. So there's so many memories, but that one was I couldn't even remember what was happening. So it was he told me some guy was really trying to rough me up, but he came and saved me, and okay, I don't remember, but that was really dope.
For Max, I see success on a global platform. On a global level. Great concerts, festivals, Grammys, anything is possible on an international globe, and that's why I see him heading. Once we're done with the album, I think it's now just a matter of pushing, because we have enough material that we have recorded over the time. We're just putting it together, and we'll be out. So watch out for that.
In the next 10 years, I think business-wise, he's gonna create a very huge empire, because he has very wild ideas. He's not the type of person to do one thing. He likes to do a lot, but if he keeps focused, and as my dad said, he works hard, I think he'll achieve milestones. In music, just watch the space, because I've listened to his new music. It's pretty phenomenal, believe you me.
Well, for one, there's a jam we did together. It's called Star Power. That's coming out soon, so look out for that. I see a lot of new artists cropping up because of the genre he sort of introduced into this industry. Because the music industry is growing. It's gotten to a point where you don't need to be commercial to survive. You know what I mean? And I see us having concerts soon, packed out concerts when it comes to neo soul, the neo soul genre. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be a hip hop or reggae concert. I see packed out neo soul concerts coming up soon. And one of our veterans in Kenya for that genre definitely is Didge. You know what I mean? So it's a good thing he started. I think we should support him in any way we can.
Today, Mark sticks to his passion and visits the studio a couple of times a week. He is working on a new project with the help of the biggest names in the production industry. We will end this episode by saying that good music is timeless. And for sure, we all can concur that Max, also known as Didge, is and will always be a legend in the Kenyan music industry.
Real loving from a guy like me. I don't wanna hear about your pain or your sorries. It's on you to live with losing me. Kipusa uliponiona sura yangu haikuwa na alama hata moja.
Fancier, a dozen full of roses, I can be your botanica. And I like your poses, can I be your binocular? Loving the body lingo and the vernacular. When I met you, you were heartbroken. Scratch that, I'm outspoken. Giving you full service, cause you are my engine, call me Mr. Mechanica. Ewe kipusa we, ni meruwa. Sura yako peke imenipiga butwa. Na hata kama ni star, niko started wa light and na la.
Ewe kipusa uliponiona sura yangu hakuna alama hata moja. Ewe kipusa uliponiona sura yangu na alama. Oh baby, oh. I think that's the one.